Are we live? Okay, I think we're live. And then when we go live, I get a link and I drop this link into the Discord doobly-doo, and then we'll see it down there in the chats. And then I'm gonna bring this to the side. There we go. All right, quick stream, a few things to go over here. Essentially, we'll start with like the minor stuff. So back at my base, I've tried to make things look a little bit better. I've expanded the storage because, as I said in my last stream, the dupe will be coming to an end at the end of October, um, with no immediate plans to bring it back right after October, but you know, it's a possibility. So, I mean, after November. But for November, at least, there will be absolutely no dupe. All right, so just a little thing I want to show off because I'm proud of it before I get to the changes that have been made. Probably need to throw some of this rubbish away. I have my own little dupe station. It could be a little bit better on the nether side, but essentially, I can take, I've demonstrated this before. I could take these mossy stone bricks. I could put them in there, take them back out, and I just kind of walk off the slab. Boop, there it goes. And I can follow it into nether. I can break it. I get back my minecart and those mossy stone slabs. I'm going to throw some of this rubbish out. I don't want the gravel. I don't want the magma cream. I don't want that. I don't want the cracked stone bricks. I don't really want those netherites right now. I want my minecart. We're going to go back on through. And then I've got the crafting table right here, so I can quickly make a minecart back together, because it always breaks it after the dupe. And I'll put the minecart back in there. So, minor stuff. I've touched up the room. Above the ground, there's nothing special up there yet. Because I've expanded storage down here, I think instead of just doing the farms up there, I might actually use it to do a map art, some pixel art. I realized I'm not great at designing buildings. Architecture is not my thing, and I don't want to kill myself making like a church or a castle or any of that stuff. But I might have a lot of fun doing some pixel art and some map art. I've always admired that when I've seen it. So that way I can keep my arty and my functional stuff functioning. So I've just not been able to think of a good way that I would enjoy, creating a fancy building and using it too. I mean, I'm sure I could do that. Bedroom's just a more reinforced room. And I think just samplings of some of the kits I've made, color box for dye, fish farm, bling box is just going to have like, emeralds, important things like that that I'll need after the dupe, crops, godly nomad, battle ready, and some mob drop items. Now, for the changes to the server, those are important. So the first thing we will cover, let's hope that I'm not been sabotaged here, is the port keys. The port keys I didn't want to remove. People love the port key, but it no longer, oh, that's loud. It will no longer take you to the end. The end is a sacred place, and people had really figured out how they could just slash spawn, port key, slash spawn, and then they're like home. I was like, it's too easy, too easy. But that's anarchy. The whole thing is you find a way to exploit what you're given to use it to the fullest. I understand that. And I need to accept when people are very clever, more clever than me sometimes, and they quickly find out, oh, hey, Promptt, you may have built a wall around that portal at the center of spawn, but if you just do slash spawn in the end, you go to the spawn in the end. And that was not the original intention for the spawn command. So there's no more spawn command because the plugin I was using was sketchy, and it would take you to a spawn point in its respective dimension you are in. So what have I done? Two things. The port key now takes you to the nether. Now, this can be griefed. This is not a safe location. Look, someone's already kind of broken this block and sunk it. So that way, say if I remove that. Oh, okay, they made it, a few layers. That's great. That's great. So someone's tried to protect that spawn point as well. But the point is, the port key spot can be griefed. Kind of makes the port key a nerfed item on its own. Now, what have we done for the spawn command? Now that I've made it so you go to the nether with the port key, now, and I've updated the website, and I've updated the tab menu. Now it's a warp command, and if you type in warp, there's only one warp I've added. I can't think of any other I would need. at this time. Spawn. This is sketchy. I will admit, this is sketchy. So, um, I would have used Bedrock, but the thing is, you can set end crystals on Bedrock. You can't set them on the end portal frames. And you're gonna go, why did I use something strange like this? Um, the thing about like Anarchy is people really, really hate spawn protection. So spawn protection in any direction, it just doesn't have a good feeling, and it makes a column, right? But these are blocks that you can't break. Okay, generally something you'd only see on an Anarchy server that's been backdoored. Not the case here. This was admin abuse, but hey, I mean, my flags are already, vanilla anarchy and semi-vanilla and semi-anarchy because I have plugins in the first place. And I have, been able to kind of reconcile not having spawn protection, and yet I have a warp to a place that really cannot be, like vandalized. So you can't build above this. We're at the build limit in the air. And below us directly are end portal frames. So this is essentially a safe place that people can warp to and not worry about any kind of traps, I mean, that I can foresee at this time, and they're above spawn. And now that I no longer have that spawn command or that spawn plugin, you don't have people being able to slash spawn in the nether and slash spawn in the end to go to those respective spawns. And the radius wasn't working anyway. And then you still have players that when they join the server, when they die, the spawn radius game rule kicks in. I know it's a bit technical in this stream, but I just wanted to go over, what I would consider some major changes that have been made to the server. So their improvements, their balancing, and it was really because I was really disliking what I was seeing in the end. Like a lot of players with very low Minecraft skill were just, I would notice that they would slash spawn, they would use the port key to go to the end, and even though they knew that they could slash spawn to go to the center, they weren't clever enough. They were still like digging holes to get into there, like it was like no effort. Look, Lazy Toaster's here. Welcome to the stream, Lazy Toaster. I don't know if he knows I'm in the stream. Yeah, so I hope he likes the change. Oh no, 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 I didn't mean to kill him. So what I'll show is I knew I kind of wanted to end the stream. It's not up here, but people are gonna go. I've already had people go, how do I get home? What am I gonna do? Well, I mean, there's some very public coordinates for how to get to the end dimension. So there's a portal, okay, and it's going to be at positive 76 on the X and negative 1,550 something. So if I have search on, which I do, you see some old TNT dupers. Those are ancient now. Those are ancient ruins by server standards. And I went to third person just so I can see if my wings close here. So we're about right on our X, but we're going to go a little bit farther north here. And I should see those blue wire frames right there. We'll go back into first person here. And basically, luckily this portal's close to the surface, so you can really just go right down into it from above. And it's the closest portal to spawn. So, I mean, even if you weren't using anti-consume, it would take barely any fireworks. And you can see the water cubed and portal frame. Like, I mean, efforts have been made to protect this thing because dragon is not fun. And the idea is you can find the entrance somewhere around here, and boom, you're home. So I mean, I don't consider that tricky at all. Not a difficult way to get around. It's much more balanced. I mean, you have to put some thought into, okay, I've gone to spawn. Okay, I've gone to the end. If I use a port key, I come to the nether. This area can be griefed, but I mean that you always have a safe warp, so people can always safely get back to spawn without having to actually use a spawn command. So still clearly, not the hardest server in the world to get around. Look, his toaster, see, he's back. But, he's not really a danger. I eat a gapple. I meant to eat a gapple. So we run out of iron golems because they went through the portals. He's still here. But it's kind of a safe place. Can't be trapped up here. You can meet up. You can go in any direction via Elytra, and you have a good start. And you can literally fly. Okay. You can fly home from here. You can fly to the end portal. So it's a good setup. And you have to put a little bit more thought into it than just, punching your port key. So, I mean, if you vandalize the port key area enough, that's fine. They become a collector's item. I'm not going to remove them, but I definitely redirected them. So, yeah, cool. A little update. It's for anyone that doesn't want to log in to know the changes I've made, and it might answer any questions. If people go, why doesn't spawn work? Why did you do this? I've just answered all the questions. So I'm not going to go home on stream because you just seen that process again. Don't want to bore you. Yeah, thanks for watching.